Herkese merhabalar. University of Westminster'la olan webinarımıza hoş geldiniz. University of Westminster'ın temsilcisi Emily bugün bir sunum yapacak. Sunum İngilizce olacak. Sonrasında olan sorularınızı chat kısmında Türkçe veya İngilizce fark etmeksizin sorabilirsiniz. Ben temsilcimiz Emily'ye ileteceğim. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hello. So, whenever you're ready, we can start.
Yeah, sure. So, merhaba, and thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Hopefully it's not as cold in Turkey as it is in London. So we have snow here at the moment, which is quite nice, getting ready for Christmas. But thank you again for taking the time this evening. I'm going to talk about our business and computing programs, just some general information about the entry requirements from Turkey, fees and funding, and some of our scholarships. And I'm really happy to take questions at the end. Obviously, we have a lot of courses, so I'm not going to talk in detail about all of the courses. That information is all available on our website, or I can take questions. So this really will be an overview of some of our facilities and some of the additional things that you can enjoy as a Westminster student. So welcome, first of all, to our business and computing schools. So I'm going to start by playing a video from our business school, if that's okay. If it will play. There you go.
It takes courage to make the hard decisions. To make the change and follow that dream. When you know, you know. You can have that next big business idea. Or the desire to feel connected to something greater than yourself. So when you have the right environment, that second home, and the right people to believe in you, it's easy to believe in your dreams.
So I just wanted to play you that video just to give you a bit of an introduction to the school so that you can see some of the facilities. I think I've listed here some of the key parts about the business school. So it is one of the largest in London with over 7,000 students. It is an incredibly global, very diverse community, students from many different countries, many different backgrounds, many different ages. The university itself has been established in 1838. So the university has been around a very, very long time with a real focus on applied education. So curriculum that is relevant to modern day employment needs, to the needs of students going out into industry. So you got a flavour for some of those facilities there. You can see here our Bloomberg Suite. So the Bloomberg Suite is a fantastic facility for any of the students doing finance related courses. And it really does give students that real world experience of looking at the stock exchange and understanding the financial services sector. There's a map here which shows you the location of the campus. So we are, as a university, right in the very heart of London. And being a London university is very much part of the personality and the values and the character of the university. So we are based on the Marylebone campus. That's opposite Baker Street Tube Station. So fantastic location right in the heart of central London, really well connected for industry, for the entertainment sector, for the tourist sector of London, but also practically for transport links as well. We have on site the Bloomberg Suite. We have the Switch 23, which are the specialist facilities for our digital marketing students, MBA Boardroom, which links into this real focus on applied learning. So trying to make sure that our students are learning in the sort of setting and the sort of environment that they would be used to within a workplace environment. I'll talk a little bit more about our consultancy later. So we have very much the focus on industry ready graduates. So what does that mean? That means active learning, active assessment. So a lot of our courses do not have written exams at the end of them. It's very much based on project work, on coursework, on collaboration, learning together, and providing group work as it would in a real life environment. And again, this is the focus on developing professionals, developing managers, leaders, developing team players, people who are able to work across cultures, work across languages, and work across different opinions. So this is the attributes really that we are trying to embed in all of our graduates. And that is the basis for all of our teaching and of all of our curriculum development. In particular, at the moment, a real focus on managing responsibly, so on sustainability, thinking about all the environmental issues, the ethical issues that there are. We want to produce graduates who are thinking about their role and how they can change the world and their workplace for the better. So it's not just about theoretical knowledge, it's about applying that in a responsible and sustainable way. Most of our courses have professional recognition, so we'll go through that in a little bit more detail when we look at the courses. So things like ACCA for the accounting students, CISI for those looking at the finance services, or FinTech, CIM for those in management. So a whole range of different professional recognition. At undergraduate level, you'll see that we offer quite a big and broad range of courses. All of those courses have a September start. All are available for 3 years or 4 years if you decide to do them with a placement year. The placement year can be in industry, it can be a work placement, it can be a study placement, or it can be a combination of work and study. The majority of our students probably do the 1 year industry placement, and that would be in year 3 if you're doing the 4-year sandwich program. So you'll see what we have, just a general BA business management. That's probably the largest program that we have at the business school, but we also have the business management with different pathways, a pathway in digital business, entrepreneurship, HRM marketing, and social enterprise, again feeding back into that idea of ethical corporate responsible business practice. Then we have the more specialist programs in accounting. So the accounting and business management programs would be the courses that would give exemption, up to 9 exemptions from the professional ACCA accounting exams, and as well as the CIMA management accounting exams. So those are really for those that are very much focused in going into the accountancy profession. Then we have economics and management, financial economics, a range of different other finance and business management, as well as a new fintech with data analytics program. And that's proving to be very popular, that new combination of understanding of the financial services sector, but also a really strong analytics, and computing data science background. Then we have our courses based in marketing, marketing communications, international marketing, and we have a range of international business courses that can be combined with languages, and those languages can be learned from beginner level. So if a student wanted to start Arabic or Chinese from beginner level, and combine that with an international business program, then that's something that we can offer, obviously thinking about the, huge geographic importance of Mandarin and Arabic as languages, and particularly of languages for global trade. We have the new sports management program that's been running for a couple of years, and that is in conjunction with some big sports clubs in London, and really focuses on the business of sports coaching, sports marketing, sports finance, and entrepreneurship in sports management. And finally, we have the human resource management program. When we move to postgraduate, again, we have a broad range of courses. All of our masters are 1 year. So like other English master's degrees, they're 1 year. All of them start in September, and then a number have a January start as well. So we're just looking forward to welcoming some new students, a new cohort in January into some of those programs. The majority of our courses do accept students from a very broad range of subject backgrounds. So you do not have to have studied business in order to go into a management postgraduate course. Our MBA, for example, does not require any work experience. The MA management, the international business management, will take students from pretty much any background. Some of the areas of finance and investment and risk finance do look for students that have particular skills, perhaps in mathematics or engineering or quantitative skills, but they do again take students from a very broad range of backgrounds. Project management, again, that's a very popular course. The new digital marketing management program, fintech, I've mentioned before, fintech seems to be very popular in Turkey, and students are really progressing very well into the financial services sector. So we have these newer programs around sustainability management and innovation, and our newest program, which is business and organizational psychology. So really looking at the organizational development part of human resource management. So this is an area that we feel really passionately about, is employability, enterprise, and supporting our students get the skills they need for the workplace. So we have a brand new project, multi-million-pound project, to develop a 9-story building that will be dedicated for all of our students, and it will be a hub for all of our students to meet with future employers, to work collaboratively on work-based projects, to interact with students from other parts of the university. So this will be our employability enterprise hub. We will be launching that in 2024. As you can see, it's a fantastic new building, lots of different spaces for students work and to co-create and collaborate on different projects, supporting them on internships and entrepreneurships. We also have something called the Westminster Enterprise Network. So this is not just for business school students, but the majority of students are within the business school. And this is really a community of students that work on real-life paid projects. So they work together on freelance projects, on developing skills, but also on supporting each other to found startup companies. So it works like a business consultancy, but set within the university. So they receive project briefs, or they receive requests from external organizations to work on projects and work with external employers on those projects. So just looking now at our School of Computer Science and Engineering, I will just see if I can play this video as well, just to break up my voice.
My name is Mohammed Al-Janabi. I'm the RAM coordinator, recruiter for the School of Computer Science of Engineering, and I'm also the senior lecturer at the school. I teach at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. The School of Computer Science of Engineering is one of the largest in the country. We offer 7 undergraduate courses, 4 postgraduate courses. We have a range starting from computer science, software engineering, and we go more into the applications of those. So we have computer games development, business information systems, and data science and analytics. So these are the undergraduate courses.
I chose this because right now I think there is a huge need for data scientists and analysts, as we are bombarded with data right now.
As far as the undergraduate courses are concerned, they come with an option whereby students can undertake a work placement. So they will be able to do a work placement between years 2 and 3.
The university really help us to get the placement, and they really help out with our CV to ensure we get the placement. They also take the mock interviews to make the students comfortable with the interviews.
As for the postgraduate courses, we have 4 of them. So one of them is data science and analytics. The other one is big data technologies. We have cybersecurity and forensics, and MSc software engineering.
I'm studying cybersecurity and forensics. I'm a master's student full-time. You don't need to have a technical background to study this. It's just passion. That is something you can do. When I say the University of Westminster, I think the name itself has a specific aura and prestige to itself. It's like we're in the hub of opportunities.
I chose Westminster because of its diverse background. In my course itself, I have people from different backgrounds, from Africa, India, and even from Eastern Europe. So it gives me more pleasure to meet them and know more about the course from different perspectives.
Our laboratories are open to students during the day. So when there are lectures not taking place, students can use the laboratories, often from 8:30 to 10 o'clock.
This is the XR lab, and we've got the HTC Vibes, which is behind me. This room is used for concepting ideas in VR. You can use this room basically when anyone's not using it. If you want to work on solo projects, you can do that.
Being at the heart of London, we're very international, and we have students from many parts of the world.
Being in central London is great because it's easy accessible for all of us, not only by bus but also underground.
Make sure that the subject you choose, you're interested in that, because you'll be committing yourself to at least 3 or maybe 4 years of your life studying the subject. So make sure you have an interest and a passion for the subject. And if you have any problems or issues, let us know straight away, because our job is to help you to succeed and succeed as best as possible.
So again, I just wanted to give you a flavour of the campus, some of the courses, and we'll go through the list of courses that we offer. Again, it's set on a different campus. So our computing school is set on the Cavendish campus, which is about a 10-minute walk from Marylebone, where the business school is located. Again, right in the heart of London. Have 30 specialist labs for teaching. We have amazing facilities. And as Mohammed mentioned, a lot of those facilities are open all day. So students are not just restricted to their teaching times. They're able to go in and use the campus outside of those teaching times, working on projects, working on individual work, and accessing those facilities out of sort of normal working hours. So at undergraduate level, we have the Business Information Systems program, Data Science and Analytics, Computer Games Development, Computer Science, which is probably the broadest program that we offer and really allows for a lot of different option modules within the computer science program. We then have the BSc in software engineering. A software engineering and computer science do share a lot of their modules. Coming soon, we've got the BSc in cybersecurity and forensics, and we've got the BEng in software engineering with electronics. So more of the engineering side of software engineering rather than the coding side. Those should be coming out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We've just been updating the curriculum, so we're waiting for them to come out. At postgraduate level, then, we have big data technologies, we have cybersecurity and forensic data science and analytics. We also have some more specialist programs and things like an MA in data, culture and society, which is actually set within our media and communications school, and combines data science, but also looking at changes and shifts in the use of data and how that is used to impact and change society. We have the MA in interactive media practice, very much focused, again, sit within the media and communication school. So lots of web and app development as part of that program. And we have the MSc in software engineering, which is a conversion course. So this is a course that is available for students that don't have a computing first degree. They may have some computing knowledge, they may have some computing skills, but they probably would not necessarily have a computing bachelor's degree. And again, that is very, very popular because of the recognition of how important it is for students these days to have those IT skills. And we see a lot of students who maybe graduated in a different subject area and then maybe started working in IT, or students who really have never done that much IT at all and do it as a hobby, who want to go on and do it at master's level and really, really get that in-depth knowledge and that qualification that will help them in their future career. Then we have the MSc FinTech and Business Analytics that I mentioned before in the business school. And we have a new course, which is the Global Public Health with Data Science. So that's really for people who work in the area of public health, but people who maybe are looking at big trends in health science data. So looking, for example, at big trends in where the pandemic has been moving, the impact of the pandemic, or malaria. So for people who want to work public health, but like that number crunching side of it. So these are just some of the employers that our students in computing might work with, or roles that they've gone on to have either as a placement or once they've graduated. So you can see there's a really broad range of different companies that we're working with and different roles that our students have gone into from our computer science school. Some of the other extra opportunities that I mentioned. So all of our courses at undergraduate level have that 1-year placement option. We also have short-term placements available at postgraduate level. So normally during the summer period, our postgraduate students can also do work placements, and that is all supported by our specialist placement and learning centre at the university. So those are supervised or monitored placements, and the university will help you find those placements and help you prepare for those placements. We also encourage our students to do volunteering work. We allow students to learn a foreign language as well through our Polylang school. And there are a range of elective modules that students can take as part of their program, in addition to things like English for academic purposes. So aside from your studies, there are a whole range of different opportunities and different activities that students can get involved with at the university to really, really make the most of their time in London, to make new friends, to enhance their employability, to enhance their social networks, which we know are so important for all of our students, but in particular our international students. So the fees, obviously, for the fees do change, but the fees for 2023 entry, our undergraduate overseas fees are 14,800, and that is per academic year. Where students are doing a 4-year placement year, we charge just an admin fee, which is the 1,385. So that is fixed for the duration of the program. So even if the fees go up for new students each year, your fees will be fixed at that amount per year. Postgraduate really ranges from 14,000 to 19,000, and that is dependent on the course. So, for example, some of our courses in creative writing may be 14,000, some of our law programs may be 15,000, and then some of the business programs, such as the MBA, would be at that top end of the range of 19,000. In terms of fees, we require our international students to pay a £4,000 deposit, and that is in order to get your student visa. So that is at the point that you have decided that you definitely want to study with us, you have your offer in place, and the next stage is for you to get your CAS for your visa. It's at that point that we ask students to pay their £4,000 deposit, and then that comes off your first payment for your fees. We do allow students to pay their fees in up to 3 installments. They can pay all in one installment, or they can pay in up to 3. So as I mentioned, there's the deposit, then they need to pay the remainder up to 50% of their fees, minus that deposit amount. Then a further 25% in December, and a further 25% by the end of January, which is normally the beginning of the next semester. There are slightly different dates, obviously, for students with a January start, and that information is all on our website, but they can similarly pay in 3 installments. In terms of funding and scholarships, which I know are also very, very important, unfortunately, at the moment, we do not have any undergraduate scholarships, apart from with our link with Kaplan College, that offer our international foundation and international year 1 going into both our business programs and our computing programs. Students would need to contact Kaplan separately because they operate as an independent college, and it's a different application process. Master's students can apply for the International Part Fee Award, and that is normally between £2,000 and £3,000. Typically, we want students to have a high 2-1 equivalent or a first class degree. We also offer discounts to our alumni, and so that is alumni who have done a bachelor's degree with us, but there are also some short programs at the university that would give students eligibility for the alumni discount. All of the information about our scholarships is on our website. It is not on the website yet for September 2023, but the details and the application form will be available from the end of January. You need to have an offer for a course at Westminster in order to apply for a scholarship. We're generally, with your application form, we need to see your transcript, and there's an additional section on your application form, which basically asks you to tell us why you are a good candidate for the scholarship, a little bit about your background, achievement, your career aspirations, and also some information about your financial need. And then we would make an assessment based on that. So we normally have around 100 scholarships to give to international students as part of those awards. Typically, they are chosen on basis of academic excellence and on those personal statements. So in terms of our entry requirements, as I say, we work with Kaplan, who offer their foundation certificate. They also offer the International Year 1. So the Kaplan International Year 1 gives access to the second year of our BA Business Management degrees. But if students want to go just into the first year of an undergraduate program, we do take the Turkish high school diploma direct. That is normally between 60 and 80%. That is in part dependent on the subject that you choose at Westminster, but also the school that you are studying at in Turkey. We also recognised A-level and international baccalaureate, and we know a lot of students have mixed curricula. So they may be doing IB plus Turkish high school. They may be doing also AP, AT, maybe one A-level. So we do look at a range of different qualifications as well. Language requirements, we ask all students to undergraduate level to have IELTS 6 with a minimum of 5.5 in each component. Again, some of the courses have slightly higher requirements, but those are our standard requirements. In addition to IELTS, we accept Pearson's, Duolingo, TOEFL, Oxford International. So there's a whole range of different courses that we accept for as evidence of your English language. If you're doing an IB or A-level or GCSEs, then we will obviously use that instead of an English language test. So postgraduate, we have the Kaplan Pre-Masters, which again feeds into all of our business and our computing programs. So the Kaplan Pre-Masters is really for students that don't quite meet our entry requirements, our academic entry requirements, and also may need some additional English language support. But for the majority of Turkish students, they would come direct from their bachelor's degree from a Turkish university, and that would be anything from 2.5 up to 2.83, again, depending on the course that you're applying to at Westminster and the institution that studied at Turkey. We do have some differences in the way that we assess your qualifications. As I said, for the business courses and for things like software engineering, you don't necessarily need to have done a bachelor's in the same subject. So a lot of our courses are open to students from a whole range of different subject backgrounds. Postgraduate requirements, IELTS 6.5, minimum 5.5, but for the majority of our courses, we do ask for a 6 in those components or a 6.5 in writing for any of our business courses. That's just to make sure that really you have the skills that you need to go to the program, just to be able to follow the curriculum and to maximize your study time with us. So again, a list of some of the other qualifications that we will accept, a whole range of online and in-person tests. So how to apply? Obviously, SI UK, that is your main point of contact. We work very, very closely with them. So you just need to go and speak to your SI UK counsellor and they will help you with that application. For undergraduate, that would be the application through UCAS, which is the centralised universities admission service that all UK universities use. For postgraduate applications, we take those direct and the application form is linked to the course page on our site. We are normally looking for the completed form, a personal statement that goes with your application. We are looking for a reference as well, or the name of a referee that we can contact, and that it's normally an academic reference, but it may be a work-based reference as well, particularly if you've been out of education for a long time. Also, we're looking for transcripts in English if we can, so normally translated copies of your transcripts and evidence of your English language. So you can apply if you don't have your IELTS or your TOEFL certificate, provided that when you get closer to the deadline, which is in August, you do have language level. Similarly, you can apply even before you have graduated, and we would make you a conditional offer. So we would tell you what the conditions of your offer are, and then you need to meet those conditions by the deadlines. Normally for undergraduate, the application deadline is in June, and then there is a further application period in July and August. For postgraduate, normally it is August, but sometimes courses do close early. So the earlier you can apply, the better. And as I say, you don't need to apply with all of your documents. So even if you don't have your full transcript yet or your English language, it is still worth applying as early as you can, just to make sure the courses don't fill up. So just the final slide then, a few ways that you can connect with the university. So my email is there at the top. So e.madison@westminster.ac.uk. We have lots and lots of really great content on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. There are student testimonials, tours. So there's a lot of different ways that you can find out more about student life at Westminster, about the courses, and we have the open day in March as well, the online open day. So the final video I'll show you is a new video that we've got. So this is the head of our student union, who's also a spoken word poet, and I think this gives you a really good sense of what the university's values are. So let's hope it plays.
Thank you, Emily, for the presentation. I think it was very clear and very effective.
From different religions, cultures, and
Oh,
sorry, did you want me to?
Oh, you start the video. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you can.
Is that okay? Should I just carry on?
Yeah, of course.
Being a bit, there we go.
The home away from home, where people come to learn, develop, and grow. We're Westminster, believers of global sustainability to keep our planet safe and healthy. Champions of lifelong education and always committed to personal transformation. We are Westminster, a place where you don't have to society, clubs and friends, collaboration, determination. The place for diverse communities, our global student population. My journey here is not as rare as it seems. Coming to university can be scary, but it was also my dream to be in the heart of London, surrounded by creative passions in abundance. I never knew I could make it to university. My Westminster journey, from being anxious, shy, and insecure to blossoming into someone much more confident, for sure. University is about learning, yes, but Westminster means so much more than that. Always working to strive for your best. I didn't know who I was or what I wanted to do, but what I would say to anyone is, you just do you. You may not feel like this yet, but before you know it, Westminster will be the place for you. Whether all from overseas or a short walk away through that inner city vibrancy, your story starts here. Because we are Westminster, where we shout fear the flames of the Westminster Dragons, filled with rooms of talent, where everyone is welcome and anything can happen. Are you feeling that yet? You might still ask, why Westminster? And I say, because we're the pioneers of tomorrow, the change makers of today. You can feel our London energy, which carries us through the day. We are breakers of barriers, we fight for what's right, where you can make change in sight. We are Westminster, and you are Westminster too. Come and be part of our community. It's for everyone, especially someone just like you.
Thank you again, Emily. Sorry to interrupt. I couldn't see the video. It was very clear and effective, in my opinion. Like, we have so many students who are interested in University of Westminster, and business and computer science are the most popular courses. So we can, I can ask some questions that I could see at the chat. You already covered, but someone asked, do you offer work placement and what is the process? Maybe you can add some details for that.
Yeah, sure. So it really depends. So undergraduate and postgraduate is slightly different. For undergraduate, typically the work placement, it takes place in the third year. So students would do a 4-year undergraduate program, 2 years at the university, the third year in their work placement, and then the final year back at university. For the postgraduate students, not all of the master's courses offer a placement, so it does depend on the subject area. Within the business school, there are normally short-term placements between 8 and 12 weeks, and that is over the summertime, so it's after the teaching has finished. So we have a specialist unit at the university that's linked to the career service. They help students to prepare their CVs. They help students to find those placements. So we have links with a whole range of different employers, and those employers offer those internship opportunities, and then students would then apply for those internship opportunities, or students may find their own internship opportunities through networks that they have. So many of our international students have their own existing networks, or they have connections to companies or family businesses, and then we would look at supporting those placements within those companies. So it is slightly specific to the course that you want to take. There's something called the Employability Award, and that's for all of our students. So students earn points for doing different kinds of activities. So it might be volunteering, it might be doing extra skills sessions, it might be doing some mentoring. So we have a mentorship program as well, where students can connect with our alumni, and the alumni will act as their mentor. And we have international alumni who take part in that program. So you gain points, and those points go towards an employability award, so that you've got something really nice that you can add onto your CV to show future employers the breadth of your skills, and the breadth of the activities that you've taken part in the university.
Thank you. And the other question is about lise diploması. Do you accept lise diploması for undergraduate courses?
Yes. So this is for students who've done a bachelor's in Turkey but want to come and do a bachelor in the UK.
No, actually, they finish high school and want to study in a bachelor degree.
Sorry, yes, we accept Turkish high school. Yeah.
All right. And the other one, do you have any scholarships, art or sports related for international students?
We don't have any arts related, and we only have one which is sport related, and that is for our basketball team, because we have a really fantastic basketball team that are national, like university level champions. So there are some very specific ones for the basketball team. But unfortunately, the sports scholarships is very much an American system. It's not so common in the UK to have sports-based scholarships. So arts subjects, all of our scholarships are open for all sub areas. So it doesn't matter what subject area you're studying, as long as it's at postgraduate level, you can apply for the scholarship.
Thank you. And this one is about English language requirements. Do you accept Duolingo? If I have low IELTS score, what can I do? And which language exams you accept?
So we accept IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson's PTE, Oxford International, Langcert, Skills for English, Duolingo, Kaplan Kite test, IELCA. So there's a whole range, but we do accept Duolingo. You need to check our website carefully, because for Duolingo there are quite specific requirements, because they mark the components in a very different way for Duolingo. So just make sure that you check our website carefully. I can post the link in the chat for the English language, or I can provide it to you. But yeah, we do accept Duolingo. If you don't have the language level, we do have a pre-sessional English program. So we offer 7, 10 and 13 weeks. We offer the 13-week program. You can do either on campus or online. And then the same with the 10-week. The 7-week program is just offered on campus. We don't have the dates of those available yet, but they should be on the website in January. So that is also available. It really depends on whether students prefer to keep studying English in their home country. The important thing for us is that you must meet those English language requirements at the time that you need to complete your application before you start your course. So normally we need students to have all of that in place by the beginning of September.
All right. Can we find alumni's contact details to learn university better? It's an interesting question.
Yeah, we're not allowed to provide alumni contact details, I'm afraid. There is an alumni section of the website where they have some ambassadors who are happy to provide their contact details. I don't know whether we have anyone from Turkey. We also use Unibuddy. So Unibuddy, you can chat with our students. The majority are undergraduate rather than postgraduate, but that might be something that's of interest to students. Let me just find the links for you. So that is chat with our students. We have specific ambassadors who you can have a chat with. So if I post that, so that is the link to anybody there. We do have a special event actually in January where we will have our ambassadors on board. We'll have all of our ambassadors available to chat to students, but it is mostly undergraduate rather than postgraduate. In terms of English, I will also post the English language requirements so that you can check the requirements here. Okay.
Thank you. And another question, do you provide accommodation for master students?
We do. I'm sorry, I completely missed any information about accommodation in my presentation, but we do. We have 5 different halls of residence. And most of those halls are available for undergraduate or postgraduate. So where the business school is located on the Marylebone campus, we actually have a hall of residence right next door to that. I think it's 35 stories high. So the floor, you get amazing views of London, and that is available to undergraduate and postgraduate. We also have a hall of residence out in Wembley, that's northwest London. We have one in Shoreditch in East London. So we have different options for different students. And again, all of the information is available on our website. Normally, you would apply to the university, have your offer, and then there is a separate application form that is open for our halls of residence that normally opens in April or May before the September period. So you would go in and make your application, and you can tell us which of those halls of residence you want to apply to. The Student Accommodation Service are also really good at helping students find private accommodation, because lots of students, particularly master's students, may come with their partner or their children. So we see people coming with their families who may not want to live in halls of residence. So the student accommodation team can help you and advise you on finding private accommodation in London.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for people who want to bring their family as well. And the last one, I guess, what is most important requirement for an application, GPA or motivation letter? It depends, of course, the course, but maybe you can answer in general.
Yeah, I think that the number one thing is you need to meet the academic entry requirements. So the GPA is really important. For things like business and computing, we are looking at your GPA and your English level. If you have work experience, it's not necessary, but it can be an enhancement to your CV and to your personal statement. So yeah, we are looking for students that meet our academic conditions, but we're looking for students that are motivated, that are well researched. So what we want to see in your motivation letter is evidence that you have researched the course and that you understand what the program is about. You've researched the university. So we do sometimes get motivation letters which obviously have been sent to many different institutions where there are spelling mistakes or where it's the name of a different university. So please, when you write your application, just be careful to we understand that you might apply to different institutions, but just try and make the motivation letter specific to the course at each institution. Even if some parts of the motivation letter statement are the same, we do want to see evidence that you've had a look at the course and you really understand the course that you're applying for. But certainly the GPA is very important. If you're looking at other subjects like architecture, for example, then things like the portfolio become very important. for those design-based courses. But for business and computing, it's really around your GPA.
All right. I guess there is no more question. So like, if you want to, do you have any like question after that session? You can reach Emily or contact with us. Do you want to share or do you want to add anything more, Emily?
I don't think so. Just to say thank you again, I'm going to share my email, or I think I might have put a comma instead of a dot between Madison. But yeah, just please get in contact if you're interested. As I say, there's loads and loads of information on our website. So if you want to have a look at the courses in more detail, then go first of all to the course pages, and that's the main place you'll have information about the specific modules. I think it's really, really important when you're choosing your course to look in detail at the course content, because every university offers a slightly different program, will have different curriculum content. So it's really important that you have a look in real detail at the content of those programs when you're making a decision.
Thank you, Emily, for this session. Like, it was really effective, in my opinion. Herkese teşekkürler bu webinara katılmanız için. Dediğimiz gibi herhangi bir sorunuz olursa Emily'ye veya SIUK'ye ulaşabilirsiniz. Teşekkür ediyoruz. İyi akşamlar.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye, you too.